What's up, everybody? Mic check 1 2. All right, it looks like it's working. Oh man, I have had seriously two of the best days of my life. I had a therapy session 3 days ago, and it was a really good one. And I'm gonna get into it because I think he actually gave me some pretty actual tangible advice that I could share. Yeah, I'm not rich enough yet to have Bluetooth, whatever. Okay, I'm still using these. That was the whole reason they did those headphones, was to be like, how do we need an invention that distinguishes people who have money from people who don't. What if there was no wire? No, I'm kidding. Of course I don't want to have wires. Wires? Why are there wires? Why did I say that? Um but in the therapy session he was like, we were just talking about some very actionable things for me to do. Um some very actionable things for me to do. Basically, that was it. And um and it worked. Basically, the things were the main important things were to I meditate in 2 weeks. Were to meditate and journal and clean my sunroom. So I have a sunroom that's like connected to my room that I get into, and it's been a mess for years. Like a couple years, it's just been a total mess. It's been used as like a storage and all this stuff. And recently, about a couple weeks ago, I started cleaning it. And then I got really into clean, and then basically I was just like, he was like, "What's like something?" And I was like, "Dude, it's just so gross. It's gross. I want to clean it. It's dirty. The kitty litter, the kitty litter area is not. It was so gross. I mean, I just needed to clean it, and I did. And It was like the nicest thing. And he's like, "You just got to get started." He's like, "Tomorrow, get started," and I did, and it was awesome. And I'm working on the other two things that he said to do. Email Sacramento Club and Salt Lake Club about playing a show, and then work on my single because I need to release my one of my singles because I'm catching up with myself mixing and mastering wise for my single album. I have 4 of the songs out right now. 2 of the songs ready to go with album covers and everything, and then I got 2 almost done recording. And then I got to get album cover, and one of the album covers is done for that pretty much. So I got to get an album cover for one of that, and then I'll have 8 of the songs done, and then I got to record 9, and the B side for 9, 2. So record 9 and 10 for the singles album, and then get an album cover for that, because each of the singles have their own album cover, and then the album cover for the singles album cover is going to be all 9 album covers on a grid. I know that sounds crazy, and that's because I'm kind of crazy. I got a brain that just goes and goes and goes and just wants to make stuff and think of ideas. And so that's what I did. I thought of ideas. I really want to go to the store and buy food, and I'm not going to. I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired, and that's a big step. Because a lot of times I just fight my tiredness. And just like, why don't I stay up 3 hours after I'm tired? It's like, no, I'm tired. I'm going to record this podcast, get it up by the end of the day so that I'm at least doing one a week. But I'm excited. I just had fun. I mean, doing that was so nice. It's like giving myself just cleanliness is next to godliness. No, I don't know why but having a clean area just like frees up my space in my head. And it's just so fucking nice. I'm gonna mop again tomorrow, probably. Maybe I might take a rest tomorrow. But sometimes when I take a rest, then it's like, it's just weird the times you get the momentum to like clean and do stuff like that, and it's like it's good to take advantage of that. So I did. Anyway, that's not the only reason I had a good day. I like hung out with my family and had fun. You know, did that kind of stuff too. Smoked weed, listened to lots of music, had a dance party, Kanye West dance party. So there was other stuff too. I had a lot of fun. And One thing I did too is I printed out. This is gonna be a little sidebar, okay? Oh my god, I can't even believe this shit. But this is like been a fun thing. So I like a few weeks ago, my nephew and I were playing toys, and backgammon has a doubling. It's called a doubling dice, I think. I'm pretty sure, and it goes like 4 up to 64, and it just gets bigger and bigger. And so it was like this big dice and we were playing. He's got little DC action figures, and so we were like having people have hit points and rolling dice, and people were getting attacked. And I was like, oh, this is so fun. I should just get like the D&D die. I've never played D&D. I was like, I should just get the dice, you know. I can play a version of it with Henry, with my nephew. And so I bought the dice. And the second I held the dice, I was like, D&D is really cool. How have I never like held D&D dice? This is so rad. And then I started playing with him. And then I started to like get in and I actually try to figure out what the game was about and stuff. And then I heard that they played it on Stranger Things. So I finally was like, oh, I'll watch Stranger Things. Why not? And then I watched all 3 of those in like a week. Jesus Christ. One time I was like, I didn't have time to do that. Like the weekend that season 2 came out on Netflix, I thought to myself once, I was like, I don't have time to do that. And then I was like, wait, you just watched 10 hours of a TV show. You 100% had time to do that. You's good. Stranger Things was really good. Season 1, my favorite. Season 3, my second favorite. Season 2, my third favorite. Loved them all. Loved it all. Cried at the end of every single one of those seasons. I don't know how to say their name. I don't know what their names are. The Duffer Brothers? I can't remember. But fuck, man, they were really good at directing, man. Those last episodes are just always so good. Very just amazing. I love them. Anyway, so I start playing D&D. I get into it. I play and I go and I play with my friends and stuff. But I'm like, I don't want to spend money. I just don't want to spend more money on I don't need more money. Like I smoke weed. That's kind of a hobby. I play music, which isn't a hobby, but it takes up money. Like I don't need. It takes up money. It's my It's my. It is my. Hold on, I'm sorry about that dead air there. I can't believe I forgot that word. I always fucking want to. I'll try to name the episode the word of that. But it's like my a higher purpose for me, music and all that. But it takes money, so I don't need more things that take money. That's what I'm trying to get to. Jesus Christ. What's going on with my nose? Has like a second little nostril it's got going on. It's like, hey, why don't we just make a second little nostril right there? But it's like then I'll get this guy. His name is. He goes by Printable Heroes. He's a great artist. I love his art. Just absolutely love his fucking art. You can't really see right now. You can't do it justice. Just Printable Heroes. Google it. Just really amazing stuff. And so I was like, I don't want to spend money on because I was like looking at figures and doing all this stuff. And I was like, oh no, man, I'll get too much money. But then I spent like probably 5 hours total, if not more, like working on these figures and making. That's my Dragonborn Paladin. Oh my God, I mean, this is like peak nerddom shit, you know. But I wanted to play with my nephews. I wanted to run like a campaign with him and DM a campaign. So I just got a bunch of these things. They look better when I blacken in those white little spots. But I made like a whole bunch of little guys, but it's a guy named Printable Heroes. But anyways, I realized I was like, it took me as much time. If I'd have just worked my job and done other things, I would have, I could have just bought the 3D figures. It ended up taking me 5 hours, so I could have bought $50 worth of, I make minimum wage right now, just $10 in Nevada. So anyway, yeah, it's just funny when you think about that. So, but it was still fun to do, and it's fun to like. But I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna fuck up my fucking life over fucking doing all this stuff. I wish I just had a You can buy a printer that cuts them out, but then like, I don't know, the fucking paper is all chemically and weird that they use for the cutout things. But I might figure something out because these are cool. I do like this guy's art a lot. And look at this troll, man. I mean, I'm going to battle this troll and I'm going to lose because I have a very small level character. But it's super fun. It's like World of Warcraft, but you just manually do everything. And there's, there's so many options in like World of Warcraft in those games, but this has even more. And it's gotten me even thinking about, like in D&D, you can get like exhaustion. And if you get exhausted, your character's like all fucked up. You run out of spells and you got to recharge. And I don't know. And I used to think about that with like World of Warcraft. How I used to like really think like whatever you do with your character, that's what he gets experience at. And just like that's like a mini version, like as above, so below version of humanity. Like what we do is what we are. And if like all we do is fish, we'll be super good at fishing like in the game. But if we do other things, that's how you become a wizard or a warlock or a rogue or a druid or a paladin, whatever. And so you gotta like make sure your character's like leveling up and doing better and getting better. And that was a metaphor that was like really prominent. And so it's poignant to me, that metaphor, especially when you think about the idea of a simulation, and that the idea that like like a World of Warcraft character can't see us while we're playing it. And if it was like a sentient being somehow, it wouldn't see us. We would be like extra dimensional gods to a World of Warcraft character. Yet World of Warcraft still has laws that you have to like obey. So like, what's to say we don't live in a world that like has laws that just because there's things that we have to obey in like worlds in this dimension, like there's a higher dimension, just like we make their lower dimension of us. You know, it's like some Edwin Abbott Flatland interdimensional shit that's been blowing my mind for so long. And I think that's like what God is and what angels are and all that kind of stuff is like these kind of realms that we don't really understand and aren't always like accessing, or aren't always like, the more we pay attention to it, the more it pays attention to us, or whatever. I don't know, but I think that these things are kind of real in some ways, or I don't know. That's kind of what I think. I just think that there's a high, it makes sense that if just in the same way a World of Warcraft character can't see the people that programmed it, that like we couldn't see the bigger beings like outside of space and time, Anyways, how did that come up? Oh yeah, because of the World of Warcraft characters, and I've been thinking about that metaphor again, and just like using my character well and trying to do good things with them, and I am excited about so much music stuff, which is exciting, because it's just been a while since I've been excited, and the excitement. What did my therapist and I talk about? What am I gonna call this episode? Um, what he said to me. I was talking to him about something, and he's like, expectations are future resentments, but really that's just the same way as putting. That's just the same as stating. It's basically the same thing as expectations are resentments. Sorry that was so hard to get out, you guys. He said expectations are resentments. And it's like one of the most freeing things. And I've never like it sounds so simple, and I mean, I've heard of it worded in other ways, but when you hear something like worded the right way, sometimes it's like an equation. And a lot of times I'm like reading cool quotes or whatever, but this one like really made sense. Like, expectations are resentments. And I think that's helped me out at least a little bit, to just kind of be trying to let go and just move forward and do better. Oh man, I thought I had more to say on the expectation thing, but I guess it gets just too personal in a way. But I'm just excited to like, I just feel like some venom got spurted out that's like not in me, because it's like, that's so true. It's just like, expectations are like, the only reason I'm mad about something is because I expected something of someone that there's no reason for them to like have that expectation. Like, ultimately, there's no way that like, you know, people can fulfill expectations in some ways. I don't know. Kind of getting off the rails with that, but it made me excited. Because I was just, he was just saying, like, what, we were just talking about my issues, and I was like, it's interesting, like, my issues all stem from I mean, most of my issues just stem from the, like, fears and things, and that's why I think I'm really attracted to Buddhism, or why I was more attracted to it, and why I want to get, like, back into just reading about it more again, and hearing about it more, is because it's just very confrontational to, like, this stuff I don't want to think about. And I'm just, I don't want to be a zombie, dude. I'm just tired of like zombieing out, man. I'm really trying to. I'm really thinking about getting a fucking flip phone, because it's just like, I'm not missing out on anything if I'm not online. Just the illusion of connection is the only thing like I'm missing out on. And so it's just like, well, fuck it, man. What am I doing? And I've for years been like, well, the reason I've got a fucking phone is for this and this and that. And it's like, I can just, I can get a phone recorder or get a tape recorder that's separate. It's, I felt way better the last like week or maybe two. I don't know when. Maybe it was just like, I don't know. Last week I like just logged off of like Facebook and Twitter on my phone. And I was just like, dude, I can't do this anymore right now. Just fucking, I can't do this. Just, I can't. And it wasn't anything negative about like the people I follow or even the content. It was just like, I can't just keep scrolling. I'm just like endlessly scrolling. And I just haven't been endlessly scrolling the last couple days. That's probably what feels so fucking different about the last couple days. Is that like, oh, I was here, and even though I was like doing something I really didn't want to do, clean their room, now I've got like this room I get to host D&D games at, and like have parties, and how to set up a record player, and just like, I'll show you I'll make a video in a little bit. It's going to be really cool. It's going to take time, it's going to take some spending money. Going to take some home to the burn. Whoa, loud spending money. I can't remember it. Reach out for me, don't you know? Reach out for me, don't you know? Waiting just to love you, burner, burner. Waiting just to love you, boom, 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 cha cha, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Dude, Burt Bacharach is the G, dog. Oh, fuck, I love Burt Bacharach, dude. When I was 12 years old, like when you have that pole and everyone's got like colored ribbons coming off the pole, and they like walk around and do like a little side steppy dancey thingy little thing. Dude, we did that song. We did that to a Burt Bacharach song. We did that to. We did a little dance. We sang it to Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. We listened to that song so many times practicing this thing. I think it was 5th grade. And I loved it every single time. And I still love it every single time. I've been rocking that song for 25 years. And it kicks. It rules. It's awesome. I love it. Anyway, I don't know. Burt Bacharach's just the fucking G, dude. I started singing some songs, and now I'm singing some other songs, and it got me thinking about how I am singing, and let's just see. Okay, so I wrote a little, let's see what I have to say over here on the Instagram today. I'm going to play a little Instagram yamio that I made. Okay, I'm going to play a little bit of this, a little bit of this booty wooty. Let me go. When that he didn't have to. First of all, there was a guy. There was a guy that let me go. There's all these cars coming. And I was trying to turn left to go home. And all these cars were coming. And they didn't stop coming. I was just like, when am I going to be able to go home? There's so many cars coming. And there's a light right there. And I was just like, when am I ever going to get home? There's so many cars. And then this dude stopped. And he's like, you will get home. Go ahead right now. And he waved to me. The guy that let me go when he didn't have to. And there was a big line of cars. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to let this guy turn left. I'm going to let him go. To that cool dude, I wrote you this song. That guy is fucking cool. What a cool fucking dude. That guy is fucking cool. Thank you, cool dude. I kind of fucked it up, but you know what I mean. You ever seen someone love themselves so much? I'm kidding. I hate myself so much of the time. There's so many negative thoughts. I think we all do. But like right there, just me watching me sing that song, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm not so bad. That guy is fucking cool. What a cool fucking dude. That guy is fucking cool. Thank you, cool dude. That sort of sounds like, thank you, cool dude. That sort of sounds like something else. I'm pretty sure that's like a jingle to something. I think that's something. I don't think I can copyright that. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I won't put it on a record. Tenth album. Fuck, I gotta get my cat out of here. Kitty, get the fuck out of my room. Kitty, you, get over here. You little bitch. How's that girl doing, huh? Tell me about it. Tell me something. Tell me something. Tell me something. I gotta get you out of here. If we hold on 1 second, okay? That guy is fucking cool. What a cool fucking dude. That guy is fucking cool. What a cool dude. That guy is fucking cool. What a cool fucking dude. That guy is. I love your completion. This is why you're single. Listen to you talk to your cat. Girls only want one pussy in their life. The one between their fucking legs. Or their own cat, but not a man. But you'll get what I'm saying. Batman's cool. People just like Batman. Dude, 80 years. That guy's just been kicking it. Bruce Wayne, so much pain. Your parents were slain. Now you're playing games in Gotham. So many bad guys you have caught, Mom. But all that pain and just don't stop, man. I'm sorry, Batman. No matter what you do, your parents will still get shot in that alley. I am so sorry. No matter how many riddles you solve from the Riddler, no matter how many jokes you are like, this isn't a laughing matter, or whatever the fuck you say to the Joker before you do not kill him and he kills again. And you have to live with that pain too. Man, you got a lot on your plate, dude. Must be hard to be Batman. And then you gotta fuck girls at night just to keep up appearances. But you're probably like thinking about your PTSD and all that shit, like all the bodies that you find out they're dead. And you just get in that head and you're trying to pretend like you ain't seen a whole bunch of fucking crazy things at night. She's like, what's on your mind, Bruce? And he's like, nothing at all. Just keep blowing me. I need a fucking story so that people don't think I'm Batman. So come on, keep on lapping on my dick. I don't want to talk about it. How come he doesn't have a psychiatrist? He's like doing all this crazy shit, and he should be putting that money to good use. Like, you know, maybe Gotham is like an example of how there's things that you just fucking can't fix, and no matter how much money you throw at it, I don't know how to run a society, but I know that Batman, he's been rocking for 80 years, rocking through the loops of Gotham, flying through the roads of Gotham. Nothing's ever gonna stop him. He's Batman, he's Bruce Wayne, but do not tell anyone that, or else he's gonna get bad. I don't know. I'm kind of, look, that was as much as I could do a song about the Batman. Or is it really? There's some more. What's in store for the Batman? Two-Face, Riddler, Bane. What you gonna do with all that pain? I still think the regular just Batman. That song rocks. Batman. Oh, guys, I'm fucking tired. It's fucking 4. It's fucking 4 in the morning. It's 11:47. It's time for me to hit the sleep, you know. I wanna tell you about the Batman. I wanna tell you about the Batman. Oh, that sounds kind of like Nightman. Scooby Dooby Doop Doop. Whoa. All right. Hey there, everybody in the World Wide Web. Welcome to my podcast. Doop 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 doop. Movies, comedy, and music, movies, comedy, and eating ass and comic books. Welcome to my podcast.